I'm Dr. Katherine, and in today's video we're going to be discussing a pretty contentious issue, and that is whether or not to castrate your male dogs. Some people feel pretty passionately about keeping their male dogs intact, whereas other people think that it's very important to castrate as many male dogs as possible. In today's video we're going to discuss the pros and cons of castrating male dogs, and we're going to kick off by discussing the cons, or reasons why some people shy away from castrating male dogs. First up is that castration involves removing the testicles, and that means that you're changing the appearance of male dogs. You're removing their testicles. They're going to have much smaller ball sacks. This can be a pretty big deal for some people, and if it is for you, then you might want to chat to your veterinarian about implants. They're often made of silicone, and they replicate the appearance of entire males. A second negative aspect of castrating male dogs is that it can lead to increased weight gain. It's because you're changing the hormonal profile of the body, and the way to counteract that is by reducing food consumption and also increasing exercise, just like with us. A third reason why some people shy away from castration is that it does involve surgery, and that surgery involves a general anesthetic, which is not without its risks. But thankfully, castration is a relatively straightforward procedure for most dogs, and it is also really quick. It can be sometimes done in less than 5 minutes. Most vets have a lot of experience with castrating male dogs, so you know you're going to be in safe hands when you drop them off at the vet clinic. But if you are concerned about the surgery and the general anesthetic risks, it's something to chat to your veterinarian about before the procedure. And then the fourth negative aspect of castrating male dogs, if done too early, so when the dog is too young, it can actually lead to orthopedic or bone issues. So if male dogs are castrated before they reach the end of puberty, they can be at increased risk of joint and bone issues like hip dysplasia, so issues with the hip joint, and issues with the knee, such as cranial cruciate ligament injury. And some dog breeds are also at increased risk of cancers. So chat to your vet about the appropriate age to castrate. Now we discussed the negative elements of castrating male dogs. Let's talk about the positives. And a big one, especially for people like me, is that castrating male dogs does a positive thing for the community by removing the amount of puppies out there in the world. Unfortunately, pet overpopulation is a significant issue in most countries. Millions of dogs are euthanized every year simply because there aren't enough homes for them. So obviously when you're castrating a male dog, you're removing the ability for them to make more puppies, and that's doing a positive thing for the community. A second positive thing about castrating dogs is that it generally leads to a healthier dog overall. When we castrate them, we remove their testicles, so they are no longer at risk of testicular cancer, for example, and they also can be at decreased risk of prostate issues. A third positive benefit of castration is that it generally has positive behavioral improvements for most male dogs. Firstly, when a dog is intact, they have a really strong drive to go out and mate, and that can mean, and you've probably experienced this with your own dog, is they're jumping the fence all the time, they're constantly trying to escape. An escaped dog is more likely to get lost or hit by a car. Secondly, intact male dogs love to pee everywhere. They love to mark their territory. Sometimes that can mean even inside the house or in the backyard. And you've probably experienced this a lot on walks as well. They're just constantly marking their territory, and that can be a bit of a pain in the butt. When you castrate them, they're less likely to do that. Thirdly, a lot of castrated male dogs are more affectionate with their owners, with the people in their lives after they've been castrated, because they have lower levels of testosterone, and they can also be less aggressive with other dogs as well because they're less of competition. So now we'll discuss the pros and cons of castrating male dogs. If you have any more questions about this topic, pop them in the comments below, and also let me know what you decide to do with your own dog too. I'd love to know. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. I upload new videos on dog health every week, and thank you so much for watching.